Well. Look at us.
We're back.
Stepped up our game a little bit. We've gone
like tenfold.
We've gone from the kitchen at Critta's house. That's a little bit small, but overall got the job done. We had an episode in my living room, which we intended to do more sidebars episodes.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna still continue that. But
this is not a sidebars episode. This is This is a sidebars episode.
This is a sidebars episode, but typically won't be done here.
Yeah, we decided that.
But we're testing it out. We're making sure this works.
To be honest with you, our guests canceled on us, and that's why we're here. Because
they canceled, but we're recording on Friday at my kitchen again. So
we're going to be jumping locations for a bit. But this is going to be our location for the near future in terms of interviewing our guests. It's just a better place. We don't have to worry so much about, getting the camera set up, getting the audio, setting everything up.
Editing's easier. We could just
everything's just streamlined and it looks great. And this audio right now sounds amazing.
Oh, it sounds great.
So if this is the first time you are tuning in, welcome to the Grindhouse Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Edwin Cabrera.
Chris Martin, also known as Critta.
I also go by Steady Eddie on Facebook. Oh, I'm sorry, not Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
So follow me if you want to, follow my personal life, which is nothing's happening.
Yeah, and he never posts.
Yeah, I don't do anything. So
he's one of those. He's one of those Instagrammers that he only posts when he's on vacation.
I have no other life otherwise. It's like I don't leave the house.
I don't do anything fun.
I hide from the world. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's all good.
This weekend, though, was different. I didn't hide from the world this weekend. I did something that I've never done before.
Yo, we were both it was weird.
Yeah,
it was weird.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we had the Grindhouse show, a charity event, this past Saturday. And it was amazing. It was the balls. Cool. Thank you guys for the people who showed up. Thank you so much for showing up. That was amazing. It was a fun night.
That was fucking dope.
It was just a good night for hip hop. We had again DJ Curtis Cuts DJing for the night. We had special guests, Illegal Advisory, who were just like a crazy rambunctious group of like 17, 16-year-old rappers.
Mad young, but all the respect in the world.
Oh my God, man. The energy they brought. It was like rock stars.
Yeah, they're rock stars, but they're also extremely nice and humble.
Yeah.
And they're so respectful. I love that. And they were super thankful, and we were super thankful. So yeah, it was a good vibe. So.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get them on the podcast. You guys would love them. I'm serious. They're funny. They're energetic. They just have they make hip hop and rapping look fun. They don't make it it's not like they're trying to be too tough or too gimmicky.
They're just there to have fun.
A group of kids having fun, and it makes that. I love that.
Yeah.
And so thank you guys so much for coming and performing and bringing that energy to the stage and representing Grindhouse to the fullest, because that was amazing. We got really footage of that stuff. So if you go on our YouTube channel or if you follow us on Instagram at Grindhouse Recordings,
we have a ton of stuff up there right now from the show.
We're posting daily content of the stuff that we got from the show. So look out for that. Other than Illegal Advisory, we had Blacksmith, who was amazing as well.
Awesome. And we're gonna have him on the pod very soon.
Yeah,
so
you
will definitely get to know him. He has a story to tell, and we want to give that platform for him for sure. So
he's got a hell of a backstory, so watch out for that.
He definitely does.
Yeah, he's eager to get on the podcast, so we're gonna get him on soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, his performance was amazing.
Yeah,
he brings that certified street I've seen shit, and I'm not just making it sound like
there were people that knew him that I didn't knew him.
Yeah,
and they're like, yo, that's Blacksmith.
Oh no, yeah, people know about him.
Yeah, people know about him.
Yeah, he
has a lot of respect.
Yeah, but shout outs to him because he was amazing. There's a line, one of my favorite lines in his performance was I don't remember how the whole thing goes, so I'm going to butcher it, obviously. But I think it's from the song Forever Real. He goes something, I honked just to let you know that I could have had you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that line?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That stood out for sure.
Dude, everybody's mouth dropped. It was that's... you can only come up with the line like that if you've actually lived that life, you know? So he bought that real, old school, just that, I don't know, like that, like gritty '90s, like East Coast hip hop.
Yeah.
Like he really brought that to the table.
Definitely.
And he
does it well too. And
yeah.
like it, you could tell it's real. It's not like a made up persona. That's him.
No, he ain't fucking around.
Yeah.
He's somebody to watch out for. So watch out for him also.
He's awesome. So definitely check him out. We'll link him in the description. So.
And then we got friend of the pod who performed.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod, Wes Taylor. Shout out to Wes Taylor.
Shout out to Wes Taylor. He came through with the mink coat on. Like he was
the best dressed.
Yeah.
He was definitely the best dressed.
Like, I felt like maybe I should go home and like put something else on. Like I just didn't think I was doing enough.
Definitely weren't doing enough.
Yeah.
Neither of us were.
Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And I bought new clothes for the event too. Like I was trying to look good.
Yeah.
You know, as good as I could possibly look actually. But like Wes brought it. He had the mink coat on, then he had the black turtleneck with the black like dress pants and the black dress shoes. He was looking fly as fuck, and he had the gold chain.
Yeah.
Oh,
gold
man.
teeth in.
Oh,
Like,
gold,
he was
fresh cut, gold teeth in.
Yeah,
he was like he looked mad like '90s like rapper style. You know,
I dig it though.
Like,
it's cool.
Like if he was a character on like Def Jam Vendetta, like that's how he would dress.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
But yeah, shout outs to him. That was a just a great time with Wes, and he performed some of our favorite songs like Gunna Tree.
It's funny because I was talking to him probably like 2 days before, and I hit him up, and I was trying to get the backtracks for the performance, and so I was like, hey man, just want to get the backtracks, and I ended up like telling him which songs. I was like, maybe you could play like Gun Tree and like Work. You could play. He's like, all right, I guess I'll play Work because he, the other artist on that song isn't.
Yeah, he's not there.
He lives in LA or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of funny. So we got to listen to Work, so that was cool.
That was a great performance. And shout out to Trizzy. His Instagram is King Mosley Trey, who is on the song White Vans.
Yep.
He was not only performed White Vans, but he was one of my. So we had like which we'll get to a little bit later. I don't want to talk about that.
We don't want to
yet.
go there.
But I'm just gonna mention like he had he performed White Vans with Trizzy, and then Trizzy did a cipher at the end of the show, an impromptu cipher, and he was like my favorite performer from that cipher. It was like his shit. Like he started like we'll talk about it later.
No,
anyway.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's that was amazing. We have video of that also, so check that out on our Instagram.
And we just
page.
posted it.
We just posted it like literally like half an hour
up on
ago.
on the internet.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out.
But back to Wes. So he had Trizzy on, and he had I hope I'm remembering her name is Sonetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, the R&B singer.
Yeah.
So he he had his,
and she has a new album out.
She's got a new album out. I haven't listened to it yet. I will come around to listen to it.
Yeah, I mean we've had a crazy couple days.
Yeah,
so, but yeah, I definitely plan on listening to it. So
yeah.
So
so that was Wes. After Wes, we had before Wes actually we had ImAV.
Yeah.
And so ImAV, we already had him on the podcast. You guys, if you follow the podcast, you already know who he is.
Yep.
Super dope, talented guy from Lawrence, Massachusetts. And he just he brought like that mellow, like chill hip hop vibe.
Yeah.
And that was dope. But shout out to ImAV. Check out that podcast if you don't know who he is or you haven't watched that podcast. I think it's episode 12 or 13. I can't remember. I'm not gonna pretend.
I want to say it's 12.
Yeah, I think it's 12.
No, I think it might be 13.
All right, we're gonna go with 13. So episode 13. Check that out. Get to know ImAV a little bit more, and then there is footage.
Because this is episode 16, right?
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about. It's episode 16. It's
episode 16. We didn't even say anything about the episode.
Nobody really, honestly, does anybody really care what episode?
The three,
is.
maybe we might have 4 people now. So
yeah, I think we definitely got maybe 1 or 2 more people. In the past
from the
week or
show.
So. Yeah,
because we paid them.
So we're up to 4 viewers.
Yeah,
which is great. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. All 4 of you.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
Yeah. And then just to talk about all the rappers first before I go into the producer. We had C. Wells also. So shout outs to C. Wells. He was the headliner of the night, closed out the night. Had a really good intro, like I don't know if that's part of. I haven't heard that, so I'm guessing that was just like off the dome or like something he just prepared for the night.
Yeah, I mean, I that was the first time I've ever seen him live.
Yeah.
And I have never, like, I don't know if that's something he always does.
He nailed that intro.
But that was cool.
That was amazing.
Was really cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So, no beat, no nothing, just straight rapping.
Yeah.
Come in with a world full of confidence. And, just like he's like you can see it, man. He's a superstar. That dude like knows how to like play a crowd.
For sure.
And yeah, so we decided that back when we were coming up with this show, we were like, we needed to get somebody from Lynn, rapper from Lynn, to be the headliner. It can't just be like any like dope artist that we're just connected with or can reach out to. He's got to be a dope artist from Lynn that people are gonna fuck with.
Yeah.
That like it's like I've heard of that guy, but like I know who that is. Even like the running theme, I think from what I've been hearing in terms of the support in the community is that people don't typically like. There should be more support for Lynn rappers. And I feel like C. Wells is probably the most like known rapper in Lynn, aside from SD-Nac.
Yeah,
SD-Nac I would say is the most known.
And honestly, he's been getting a lot of like great press recently.
Well, because he's a hardworking.
He is, like, and he was mentioned in the Grammys.com.
Yeah. He knows how to put himself out there.
Yeah.
And so we were like, that's the guy we need
He's working right now
to come to the show. Absolutely, yeah. And he's the credit to C. Wells because he's always consistent with releases and just being out in the just for people to see. He's always doing something. He's always active on Facebook or dropping a video or
so he's always on social media.
You hear him about
like
in
posting
media.
content.
He's featuring like, or he features other artists that like is notable artists like G Herbo, Jay Critch.
Yeah.
He has a good way of making people remember that he's around and he's a rapper. And like he's not somebody that just like he releases something and he just disappears for like a year or two and then comes back.
Yeah.
He's always consistently out there. And so we were like, that's the guy we want to headline the show because people know who he is.
Yeah.
And that guy's gonna bring, and also like he's got some. I was really disappointed he didn't play Where I'm From.
That's dude. I thought like honestly because he like obviously everybody sent me their backtracks and set lists. And it wasn't on there, and I was like, should I like mention like you should maybe like perform that one?
Yeah, we were
like,
talking.
Please?
We were talking. I asked him, I was like, "You gonna play Where I'm From?" I assumed he was gonna play it.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then I saw the set list, and I was like, okay, maybe like because it's a new song, so maybe like he's not ready to like perform it live.
Sure.
But yeah, so I wish he did. But
that song rings off. Like I love that song.
It's like it's definitely like a Lynn anthem.
Exactly. That's what I would consider a Lynn anthem, and that it sounds great.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed he didn't perform it, but he did a great job with his performances.
He absolutely did.
And he brought that like confident C. Wells energy that like that's just like he brings that swag.
Yeah, definitely.
And everybody.
And he's got that confidence too about him.
Yeah.
And it definitely is a notable thing like when you're performing.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not confident and you're not like selling it, it's like
that's what I give those illegal advisory kids credit for. I mean, they're 16,
like
17,
jumping around,
some
like doing
30-year-old
like,
people like who are musicians or rappers, like they still have trouble with like performing live in front of an audience, And these kids are 16 years old and they're like they don't care about shit. They're giving the whole world this performance, So credit to them again. But yeah, credit to C. Wells for being like just like bringing like that like superstar aura into his performances.
Definitely.
Like he can put on a show.
Yeah.
He's a great person to get as a headliner. So we're definitely getting him on the pod. He's definitely
it's definitely happening. I talked to him. We actually talked to him separately about being on the podcast, and he's definitely down. So hopefully, within the next month or so, we can get him on here. And
gotta get him on, man. It would be a shame if we didn't hear from him anytime soon because he's just like he's got to be. We wouldn't be doing hip hop in especially in this region right if we couldn't have C. Wells hear from him and see what he's up to and just hear a little bit about his background and how he is able to like traverse this music shit.
It's funny because like I've talked to C. Wells a few times and stuff. I've never been in the same room as him, and it was definitely cool like getting everyone together. Like in the Lynn circuit, all in a place. So we also had like a rec shop there.
Yeah, shout outs to rec shops, rec shop movement.
Yeah, they like Justice definitely helped us out a lot.
Justice Born.
It was just cool just to like converse with all those people and especially like people we respect. So So yeah.
It was cool that a lot of the great thing about the event, and I'm going to talk a little bit of shit about the event in a second. Does I have to say my piece?
Yeah, we have to say some shit.
I got to say my piece. But before I say that, I'll say this: like the dopest part of the night was the fact that the event was like it turned like, and we didn't plan for this. Like obviously, like you kind of these things happen, and I assumed something like this was going to happen. I just didn't plan for how effective it was like for the night, which was like the night was a great networking event for artists. Like there was a lot of artists who knew each other and fucked with each other, and maybe like this is a great time for them to just kick it in like a hip hop environment and rap and freestyle and just chill and like appreciate hip hop music together. So that was good. So I feel like we had a lot of people who fucked with each other already, who were just in an environment where they're comfortable. That, like, absolutely. Just another bonding moment.
You might see some of those rappers that may have known each other but like haven't been on a song together.
Yeah,
or like
exactly.
Or open their like eyes up to like different artists that like I know J2, like we were talking a little bit that night and he was like, yo, who's this person? Who's it? Like he was definitely interested and that was cool. So
yeah, man. There was you know, the networking aspect of it, like not just for the people, so the people who knew each other, like and just being able to like be in a venue where they can perform and just chill, but also the people who never met each other or didn't know of each other. And that happened with a few artists who were like, you know, I didn't know so much about you or who you are, but I fuck with your music. And that happened a few times. Like there was a few connections I saw being made, which is always good to look at when like, you know, like this is an event you put on and you see two great artists that you fuck with that you're excited to like
separately, know, like that you roll with. And it's just like
and you see them making that connection. You're like, I was a little bit a part of making that happen.
Yeah.
You know,
like,
you gotta
you're
give
welcome.
Credit. Yeah. So that was really cool on a networking level. And I think
for sure.
We've been analyzing and talking about like the postmortem of like throwing on an event is like what went good, what went bad, like what should we work on next time. And one thing that we are not so happy about, and I'm straight up like fucking disappointed in, to be frank.
No one's getting responses back.
Yo, there's a lot of people who verbally told me they were going to come to the event. Who I relied on to come to the event because it was like, oh, this person fucks with hip hop or this person fuck with me. And they told me. So it's like, it's one thing if you didn't say or you said you couldn't.
Quite a few people that
or you just canceled or declined.
Yeah, that told me that they were coming.
But you motherfuckers actually told me you were going to come to the event.
Like, because obviously a couple weeks before, if I saw people, I'd be like, yo, you coming out to the show or whatever? And like a lot of the people were like, yeah, we're going.
But that sounds like bullshit. Yeah. When somebody says it, like, yeah, I'll be there. That's like you can see the high pitch, like that's bullshit. Like you'd be like, all right, but they're probably not gonna go there.
But
like,
I do have to shout out the people that said they were going and came out.
For sure. I'm not, but I'm not done talking about the people that didn't come out. So hold on the thank yous. We'll get to the thank yous again.
I got a list.
I already said thank you to those people. Thank you again for showing up. But the people who didn't show up, who verbally told me they were gonna show up, I'm disappointed in you. It was a good night for hip hop, but y'all missed out. That's all I had to say about that piece.
We had a fun night.
So I was, and just to kind of bring it all around, like I was just disappointed in terms of the crowd, because I thought we were gonna get like a good number of people to really come out and support these people, and the artists, amazing job of coming out. And the artists are the ones who showed up for the show, the ones, including the ones who weren't performing, who just did to enjoy the night. And it really became like an artist like networking event. It was dope. Yeah. And so I don't regret it. That was a very successful night for both of us. It was awesome. I was just like, the only thing is like, how do we get more people in those doors? And we'll talk about that on the podcast, but also off the podcast. Hopefully I would love to get somebody like Justice Bourne on and talk to him, because Justice Bourne is a veteran in terms of throwing hip hop shows and just in general throwing on events, in the Lynn area. I'd like to pick the brains of those people, to try to see like, how do we get more people to turn out to our event? Because that was the only thing where I was just like, man, this thing is dope and it was a good time, but I really wish more people were there to enjoy it the way we ended up enjoying it. It was a good night.
Definitely. And I've definitely I've heard from people since, and people loved it. They had fun. So yeah, I mean that's all that really matters to me. As long as the people that were there were having a good time. And it was impactful to them, and hopefully, if we do another event, they'll be there too. Yeah.
So. It was a memorable night for sure. Yeah. I had a good time. I had a great time. Like I said earlier, I hosted, which is not something I'm used to doing.
No, and you killed it. You brought the energy, and you know, it was great.
You kind of added a little bit of pressure because you've been telling people all fucking since, you know, a month before the event started. I was gonna be telling like a stand-up fucking special.
Yeah, I gotta plug my
like,
dude.
I
man.
don't have a stand-up special ready to go. Like, so like, and then you introduced me. You're like, yeah, this guy's very funny. I was like, well, not tonight.
Not tonight, guys.
You're gonna get like the really nice, like happy to be here, fucking happy-go-lucky type of like host.
I'm new
tonight.
to this.
I'm new to this.
But
you
no,
know.
for you doing it for the first time, I think you did a really great job. Yeah, you brought the energy, and that's what you need in a host, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll do better next time. I think I think I did my thing, and thank you for everybody who supported and who made me feel like very comfortable in that environment of being the host of an event. Because usually I'm a guy who's used to being behind the scenes or behind the camera, so like to be out and about and being the host of a thing is not usually like I'm not as comfortable as that as I may seem. So it was, but at that, like the whole vibe, the whole love and positivity was like something that like, it was
everybody,
not a problem at all.
everybody supported each other.
Yeah. That was the great part. There was a lot of
there was
positive
no
energy.
like, all the artists like watched each other like perform, and that's a big thing. No one was too cool to like not support each other. So,
and the legal advisory dudes, they only had to leave because they were taking, I think, the tea back or something like that. So it's like they left.
They live all the way in Cambridge.
They live all the way in Cambridge. They left a little early, but they just letting you know they weren't disrespectful at all. They were just like they had to catch the bus back.
Yeah, no, that's totally understandable.
But yeah, they were, like I said, like they were great. Like they literally brought probably the most people to the venue. Like, I feel like they rolled up with like 15 people.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was it, man. That was a good night. Had a lot of fun hosting. The best part of the night. Now we can talk about it. I feel like we've held off for too long. Let's come around to it. The best part of the night, we completely landed ass backwards on. We did not plan it at all.
I don't know how this happened.
Impromptu. This is what happens when you put a bunch of rappers in the room.
Happy accident.
When you get a bunch of rappers in the room and you get a producer who can play some fucking nasty beats like Loman does, and shout outs to Loman. He's the only so
he kills it.
He kills it. So he rolled up. Like, you like tapped me on the shoulder. It's like, hey, Loman's here. I was like, perfect. It's like, 10:25 or something like that. He's like, you should get on soon. He set up and then annihilated it. Like all the beats he put on was like
killing it. But obviously, majority of the room, they're all rappers.
Yeah.
So they can appreciate good beats.
For the while, people were just like, they were giving like that stank
the
face.
The mean look, like,
whoo.
Yeah.
And then like I had people tap me on the show. I was like, yo, can I rap? Could I rap to this?
I had a few people, and I was like unsure of like what to do if that's disrespectful to Loman. Like, I don't know what the etiquette there is.
It's perfect because I was standing right next to him, and Mike L. Shout out Mike L. He taps me on the shoulder. He's like, yo, so like, can we rap to this? Can we pick the mic up? I was like, yeah, I think he's fine. He's cool with it, right? And I pointed to Loman, who was listening to the whole conversation. He's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And so, and then like somebody else tapped me on the mic. They're like, yo, can we rap to that? I was like, yeah, grab the mic.
Yeah.
And then I think Khalil Jacobs was the first one to grab the mic, and he ripped it. And from there, just a legendary cipher, the best type of cipher. When the beats are so nice that you grab the mic, that's a fucking good cipher. Yeah. So that was the dopest part of the night.
Yeah, that was cool, and it gave us an idea for something like another like kind of grindhouse show or series or whatever.
Yeah, don't spill the beans on everything. Well, Jesus.
Okay, we're not giving away our.
No, we don't
our
give away.
ideas.
No, come on, man. We can tell them a little bit, but we can't give them the whole.
Yeah, we
meal.
don't give them the whole fucking recipe.
But you over here spilling all the beans. I used to expect us to be successful.
No, I opened up the can of beans. I didn't spill them out yet.
Okay, you opened the can of beans, put it back in the fridge.
All right. Well, we.
But yeah, we're definitely doing more.
It's something that we're gonna pursue because it was cool and people fucking loved it. So
yeah, we totally landed ass backwards on that. I think I knew I wanted.
Like, there's no way we were gonna know that was gonna happen.
We could have. Yeah, we could have. Because my thing was like we got a producer to like play nasty beats for 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And in my brain, I never was like, somebody's gonna want to really rap to this. But I was like, I know the rappers in the room are really gonna appreciate this shit.
We've been to other shows. And people have never done that, so it's usually just the producer doing his thing for. But yeah, I mean it was cool.
I think maybe that's a little bit of that like Sin City energy, between the rappers in the room, like who rap. you know, aren't afraid to take the mic. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, this beat's nasty. I'm gonna go rap over this. I feel like that's what happened. It was a great display of like hip hop in Lynn. You know, all these like rappers. Shout out to Jay Ness. Shout outs to Khalil Jacobs.
Yep.
Who else was rapping? I know
The dudes I like don't know. Yeah. I wish I had them off the cuff.
Yeah.
But
Can't remember, but I know it's on Instagram. We added them, so
we
check them
tagged
out.
all the people that were
just
in
watch
it,
the
so-
video. Just watch the video. It is amazing. Like these dudes
It was cool.
killed it, annihilated it. I was just like, I think I watched it. Oh my God, I don't know how many times I watched it. It was just like,
Yeah, no, I've definitely, honestly, like most of the views on there are probably just me watching it, but
I think it was a great moment to be a part of, but it was even greater to watch afterwards because I like, you know, in the moment you're so in it that you don't realize like, dude, this is dope. Like this, everybody knew it was dope, but like this is how dope it was. Like afterwards, like watching it back was like, holy shit, this was dope. Like this was not just like, oh, this was ill at the time. This was like,
people told me after, like, even hit me up yesterday, was saying like that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I had a couple friends that were heading out, and the cipher started happening, and so they didn't leave because they're like, this is cool. Like we're staying.
Yeah, so needless to say, you know, Crit already opened the can of beans, so I'm gonna just spill it. I guess we're gonna do
spill
more
the
of
rest of the beans, dude. Come on.
We want to do more of that. So we're definitely look out. We definitely want to do another event where it's like we just get a dope producer who come to like, you know, just play a 30-minute set, and the mic is gonna be open for anybody to grab it.
Yeah.
So grab the mic.
We're doing it.
But yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
That was just like organic hip hop, like to the fullest, right there.
Definitely. Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, you know, something like that happening is like it obviously like gave us another idea to do something else.
Yeah.
Not just a podcast. So yeah, I'm definitely like curious on like where we can do it and like who would want to be a part of it. So yeah, definitely something to think about.
Yeah, man, that was just a memorable night. It was. I think I felt like it was relatively easy to put that whole thing on because it's like excitement of like, you know, putting all these talented people.
It was
in one
something
room.
different, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why people like throwing events because like I don't consider myself much of like a party guy. Like I don't do much partying at all because I'm a very career-driven individual, you know, as I, you know, whatever, that's who I am. But like I like to have a good time. It's just I don't usually like party like I was in college, you know.
Yeah.
But I can see why people love throwing events. That shit is like a different high.
Yeah,
when you get
for
people
sure.
in the room having a good time and you are responsible for the one that put them all there.
Curated that and
Yeah, that's something I definitely want to do more of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look up. We got more ideas coming soon, more shit coming soon, and more content being posted.
Yep, and more
Ideally.
interviews. Hopefully this month we'll have
A full roster of people.
yeah. Like hopefully every week we'll have something.
Yeah,
so.
we'll be working. We be working.
Yeah. This is our year to work.
Yeah.
Not to be successful probably, but we'll be working this year.
We don't care about success.
We do it because we love it.
Yeah. We do it because we have nothing else to do.
I don't know about that.
Oh, wow. You guys you busy?
Yeah, I mean I have a job and stuff and
Nice.
gotta do this. Gotta talk to you once a week.
It's not so bad.
It's okay. I mean there's a few things I'd rather do, but this is okay.
Yeah. So I'll ask you this. What was your, I know you're probably going to say the cipher, but is there any moment from the night, aside from the cipher, that sticks out in your head?
I don't know. I would definitely say like, you know, our staff was great. Like everyone that helped us out.
That's right. That was cool. We got,
like everyone just knew what they were supposed to be doing and
shout outs to the people that helped us out. There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
From the shooter, to your manager who held down the door.
Yeah.
To the homies working security. We had a
they just made everything like painless.
Yeah.
Where it was like, okay, we could focus on running the show and not have to doing all these other parts of it.
Yeah. So you have no other memorable part of the night?
I mean, I just enjoyed the whole night. I was just having fun. I was just like, because we worked so hard at like throwing this on.
Yeah.
It was just like finally happening. So I was like just enjoying it, like every part of it.
Yeah.
So
I guess my other favorite part, and this is before the show actually started, was it was like, I don't know, 5:30 I think, or 6 o'clock around there, and doors open at 7, and I'm just pulling up to the venue, and you're like, hey, like illegal activities here, they're all here just like chilling, because they want to do sound check, and I was like, word. So we get up there, and they just like are like taking it all in, like
chilling on the couch.
couch. Then we like did sound check, and they like their performance from pre-check, from mic check was just as good, if not like, well, it was really good.
Yeah. Shout out to them because they definitely helped us like get the levels right. For the night.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like that stuff is pretty hard to do. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them.
My least favorite part of the night was also like for whatever reason, like the music that all the artists sent us wouldn't play on the DJ's laptop.
Yeah, so I had to like play it off my phone. Like you had to play some stuff off your phone too. So yeah, I had to like sit there with my phone and
that's another part that was pissing me off. That was another part that was pissing me off. So like for whatever reason, there was technical difficulty with the files that like all the artists sent over for the backtracks, and so we had to play them off our phone. And so when I would play it off my phone,
people would hit you up.
People would hit me up, and the volume would go down from whoever was performing. And it would be a message saying, yo, sorry, I can't make it tonight. I was like, so not only can't you make it tonight,
you're also ruining the sets.
You're fucking ruining the show.
Yeah, no.
Oh, shit, I was tight.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you because I was definitely feeling that too with some people. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, so.
Yeah. But that the biggest takeaway from the night, from my eyes, is that we need to do more events, but cater them to artists and not cater them to like just the general public. Obviously, we need to
try to get that, but
the general public is the focus because we want people to come out to it. But I think what needs to happen is we need to make sure we're catering to the artists who are coming there because they're the ones that have been. And I've been to a lot of shows around this area. The artists are the one who actually shows up to the venue, even if they're not performing. 100%. Like they appreciate the music, the local music,
and
the
people
most.
are staying. They're the ones staying the whole night because they just want to hear all the rappers.
Yeah. So this event was definitely like catered more to the artists rather than the people, and like, well, it was catered to the people. Obviously, it was, but in terms of like the output, like the people who end up showing up, became an artist networking event.
Yeah,
and so
it definitely did.
I do think we want to kind of look at what was successful and what we can do more of, and that was one thing we realized is like. The artists are the one who actually show up to the venue. Yeah. So we should make sure that they feel like this is a place for them to be artists.
Definitely.
And that was the best thing about the night, the positivity and the support from each other that they had.
Yeah, it was like all love. It was all love.
All love. And I need
more of that.
Yes. And I was happy to be a part of like getting that to happen. So I think that's something that we look back on like proudly and be like and are thinking like this is what we should do. Yeah. And so going forward, there's some events that's obviously like all the events are catered for people to come and enjoy themselves. Yeah. But we need to definitely focus on the artists who show up to the event because that's the people who at the end of the day are turning out and coming in, you know?
Definitely. Yeah. But overall, yeah, I would say it was a success and definitely can't wait to do it again and
When would you guess is the next time you throw on an event? We're fresh off now. When are we doing another one?
When do you want to do one?
I definitely have an idea for a summer event. I told you about. Yeah, I won't reveal that now because I don't want us to not.
I would like to do one like maybe right before summer.
Yeah, I have
in springtime.
I have an idea that we can do with that as well, which
like when people like when it just starts getting like kind of nice out and everyone's like. They want to go out and do stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely want to do one around there. And then obviously the one we were talking about in summer, which we won't really talk about because I don't think it's ready to be talked about yet.
I think I'm down to do another event maybe like 2 months to 2.5 months away.
Like April, May.
I think was the next one we can because it's fun throwing an event, but I like now that we're done with that.
It's a lot of work and it's also like we're trying to do like a lot of episodes this year on the podcast. obviously booking interviews every week.
Yeah.
That's
we're gonna turn back our focus into doing the podcast. It's tough to do two things at once like that, like plan an event,
especially like we both work full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to just be like all the time, like doing an event, doing a podcast, like it's a lot of shit. So.
Yeah. And then working a full-time job at the same time.
Exactly.
It's tough, especially because you have like 4 jobs.
Yeah, I work. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think maybe 2.5 months we'll plan for something then.
Definitely.
Like I said, probably gonna be artist driven. I have my idea for what that's gonna be. More to be revealed later. Once those gears start to turn more, and then I have an event that I want to see come to fruition around the summertime, which could also be a fun event. Which is
and then there's an
towards the
event that
public.
I want to do, and I want to shoot for like fall.
Word. So yeah, more to be revealed. We got some things cooking in the pot. Once it's ready to be served, we will serve you.
Nice.
So with that being said, I think I'm out of things to talk about for this week. So
this was cool.
Again, I want to say thank you for people who showed up to our show on Saturday night. It was fucking phenomenal. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We can't wait to do it again. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming and bringing positive energy and support.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we strive for. We want to support each other, especially like, we grew up.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we need to bring to the table moving forward always.
And also it makes this like doing this stuff more fun.
Yeah.
When like we can all be collaborative and like we all benefit from helping each other out.
Yeah.
So.
And that event definitely like just reinforced that for me,
Yeah,
And
definitely.
so so thank you everybody for coming and showing us a good time and just being your best selves.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do the next one. Like, subscribe, and comment on Facebook. Share if you feel so inclined.
Buy some merch.
Buy some merch. I still say, and I keep saying, and I will continue to say, that if you're really hip to the podcast, you know that if you like, comment, subscribe, that if you hit us up saying you've done all 3, we will give you some
I will
free
give you
swag.
some merch.
So we got some
mail
things
it
to
to
give
you.
away.
You can have it.
Got some old shirts we haven't sold. We got some stickers. We have some pins at your grandma's house.
I gotta find the pins,
your
man.
grandma stole them.
Yeah, might have.
Yeah, she's flipped them.
Sold them on Craigslist.
She was flipping them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you really enjoy the podcast, you've watched long enough to know that if you really support us, if you hit us up, we will send you some free shit, and I stand by that.
Definitely.
So yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you soon with hopefully an interview with some really dope Lynn hip hoppers. And
they run an organization in Lynn. So
that's
a little tease right there. You know?
Exactly. All right, y'all. Thank you.
Peace. It was like right on 40 minutes.
We're efficient, bro.
I love it.
Hey, Riley, we done.
He went home. It's like, I'm out.
Your little kombucha in the back there.